Here we go again. Take up photography, they said. It'll be fun, they said. All right, I just gotta get from here to the top of that ridge. No big deal, right? What could go wrong? So this is classic Southern Appalachian winter behavior here. The precip quit about half an hour ago. It snowed all night and into the morning, and it turned to rain and snow, which washed away all the pretty snow. So if you want good photos, you gotta climb. Of course, the minute I say the precip quit, it starts drizzling again. The temperature is hovering right above freezing, which means that, well, I'd rather have it be below freezing because then I wouldn't be getting dripped on so much. But you can't spell Happy New Year without hypothermia. So for those of you that have not seen me make this hike before, this part is basically like getting on a Stairmaster for 45 minutes. And, you know, being the red-blooded American obese person that I am, I love some good aerobic activity, right? But every stitch of clothing I'm wearing is cotton, except for my socks. So if I get too sweaty, I could run into some real problems out here. So I'm taking it real slow, which is fine. I've got all afternoon. But I don't want the fog to move out because I'm after one photo and one photo alone. It's the ears, man. It's all about the ears. The rest of you can be boiling hot and your ears will be freezing off the side of your head. Every year when I do this, I'm like, as long as I still, like if they haven't repossessed the house by next year, I'm gonna take some money and I'm gonna go buy some real adventure clothes. And every year I'm like, well, they haven't repossessed the house yet, but if I buy those clothes, they might. Of course, if you get real adventure clothes, I guess you don't need a house, right? A little bit of altitude changes everything. All right, we're probably 150, couple hundred meters below the fog now. And I don't know if it's actual precip or if it's just everything dripping, but I'm pretty wet. Are you a deer or a stump? If you're a stump, you look a lot like a deer. Oh, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? No, it's freezing hell. So about 3 years ago, I guess, I discovered a tree up here. It was before my ordeal with Lord Voldemort the squirrel. But it's a very interesting tree, and I've been trying to photograph it since then, and I keep failing. So if I can't make a good photo in these conditions, I'm just gonna hang it up. Okay, that's the final switchback right back there. So final approach here, and then I'm gonna go home. I keep seeing stuff that would make good photos, but we're gonna save that for the trip back, because this tree is a high value target. And I want to make sure we get it before the fog clears, if it clears, and while I still have some energy left. Now, where is it? Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing again. And I have no idea where this tree is. So, in better times, I would just go over the ridge and bushwhack. I'm kind of on the saddle right now. But I need to be a little more discerning than that today. It's pretty steep over there in some places. And I remember from 7th grade science class that snow can be slippery. I think that is Lord Voldemort's rock. So that means the tree should be just over this rise. Okay, there's the tree. Yeah, there it is. So to take this shot, I am using my old Zeiss Netar, and our settings are It's about 24 feet away. It's probably more than that, but it's okay because we're shooting at f/22 for 1 second. All right, here we go. 1/1000. Okay, so mission accomplished, which is good. Now I have to make some decisions. I'm soaking wet. It's snowing pretty steadily. I don't know how much daylight is left, but I assume there's a few hours. What do? Do I go back or do I keep shooting? Sure is gorgeous up here. As if. All right, we're gonna compromise. I fell in the snow getting back up to the ridge. And now both my hands are freezing off, which means holding the phone is it's a little bit of an effort. Bonus, there's wind up here, so this is just great. It's snowing even harder now. I'm about 2 steps away from being in some real trouble, so I think that I'm just gonna start heading down the mountain. If I see good photos, I'll shoot them. I got my tripod in one hand and my camera's in the pocket, outside pocket of my bag, so it should be quick. But I don't think I'm going to keep you guys posted too much. I think I'm going to keep my hands as warm as I can. I don't know why I didn't bring gloves. It really seems like a guy like me should own some gloves. All right, if it tells you anything, you're looking at my emergency hat that I always keep in the bottom of my pack in case things go really wrong. And I get really, really cold. And this is the first time that I have ever had to use it. I've just lost too much heat. I just allowed myself to get wet. My hands were uncovered and I gotta go. It's an hour back down the mountain now. All right, getting down below the snow line here, relaxing a little bit. I've said this before on this channel. I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. I just don't like to be in situations where I have to actively try not to die. Like, I want to be in a situation where, by default, if I do nothing, I don't die. And I think this is a situation where I really do need to do something to not die. Well, I hope you've had fun watching me bitch and moan out here in the cold and nearly get hypothermia. Hope the photos turn out. Last time I said that, they didn't turn out, really. So we'll see. Who knows? I know one thing, I'm not going back up there in the snow again. You guys remember that time I went out in the snow to try to make a fire and Drew of the Shed, it was 19 degrees and Drew of the Shed was like, maybe don't be an idiot. Yeah, well, anyway, I am gonna go home and make a hot thermos of coffee and set the world record for taking the longest, hottest shower ever. And then I'm probably gonna play some Minecraft this evening. I think I've earned it. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.